Servus and hello, my name is Fireball313 and this is a new episode of Beyond the Game. Like usual, I want to show you guys some fine retail games where the publisher put some love into the products. And today I start with Kingdom Hearts 3. But before I review the deluxe edition, I want to inform you guys about a nice collection what you can have on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3, because you have a lot of Kingdom Hearts games. It started back then on the original PlayStation 2, and then you had games on the PSP, on the Nintendo DS, on the 3DS, on mobile devices, so there are a lot of games. And here they have compilations, remastered actually. First they published this for the PlayStation 3 and later for the PlayStation 4. And so that means you don't need to buy the original games, you know, for a lot of money maybe. You can have this one way cheaper and you get more for your money. For example, in this version you have 6 games actually, you know. Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, then Rechange of Memories, Birth by Sleeps, and then the 2 movies of Kingdom Hearts 385 by 2 days and Recoded. So this is a nice package and you get it just for under 10 euros. So that means you don't need, for example, here the original version, what is a little bit more expensive on the PlayStation 2. Yeah, so I played all of these, and these are really, really nice games. Yeah, of course, when you like the storyline and the way how the characters evolve, let's say it like that, you know. I mean, Kingdom Hearts technically is a very interesting mix. I mean, it's Final Fantasy together with Disney, you know. And when I read in the news back then, the idea of Kingdom Hearts, I got really fascinated. But I must really admit, when I played the first game, I was not really hooked by the storyline, because it was, yeah, it was not really my thing, you know. I mean, I liked the gameplay mechanics and stuff like that, but the storyline never convinced me, you know, to play till the end. So what I did just with the Kingdom Hearts series, like you guys can see, I started to collect them, you know, and some of them I really played, but never till the end, you know, so I'm not a huge fan. So this is more a series, what I like to collect, you know, what looks nice on my shelf in my collection. And I know this sounds stupid, but sometimes you have this, you know. Sometimes you just have stuff in your collection what you never listen or play even, but you like to have it just like this, you know. And because these games are quite affordable, you know, are not really expensive, like the deluxe edition of Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, when you buy this on the used market in a good condition, you don't pay much, like 20 euros, something like that. I mean, when this came out back then, it was a full price, 20 euro. Yeah, and I got this one really sealed for 20 euro, and just for my collection, this is really nice. Yeah, I mean, I played it a little bit. I'm not really, like I said, I'm not so much into the storyline, so I just played it for the fun of it, you know. And it looks nice, and the soundtrack is awesome. Yeah, and that really hooked me for a couple of hours, yeah. But this channel is not about the video games itself, it's just about what you get for your money, more or less. I mean, when we have a deluxe edition or things like this, yeah. And for that, you get something, you know. It's very, very, it has an awesome feeling already, the box, because it feels soft, you know. It's not just a typical paper box. It has a nice coat. I don't know how you say this in English, but I like it. It really feels a little bit like a pillow, let's say it like that. And the design is cool. It's awesome. Yes, it's not so much, it's just a logo, you know, but with shiny artwork, and that is cool. What really ruins the experience is always this stupid sticker, you know. I really don't like that, you know. But it doesn't matter. For example, here you have this from Peggy. This is just a 12 version, and then here also. I think this always ruins the experience in every kind of way, unfortunately. Yeah. So the top looks like this side like this, And this is the back. I bought this a couple of years ago in Germany in an electronics store. Did I mention actually the release date? I don't think so. It was January 2019, yeah. So, and what do we get actually? We get a steel book, an art book, and I always love art books, and then an exclusive metal pin. That is the, yeah, this is the content of the deluxe edition. And let's open this up and see how everything looks. So, wait. And what I always do is first we look at the normal version. This is the normal version of Kingdom Hearts 3. You can buy it just like this in the store for less than 10 euro. Yeah. And when you open it, it's not really something spectacular. You don't have an alternative cover. That is a real shame. It's just the standard version, you know, no manual, no nothing. That is a real shame. The only thing what you get is this Square Enix membership card. But this is really just, yeah, nobody needs that. That is a real shame, you know, a real bummer actually, you know, just, they put just, this is very lazy, let's say it like that. They could do so much more, you know, alternative cover, like I said, manual, things like that, that would really fit here into this, and it would enhance the experience, I think, yeah. Okay, let's move on. Then we have this metal pin. I don't want to open it. I just leave it like this. And this looks cool, looks awesome, looks like good quality. Yes, in the back like this. And then we have the steelbook. And the steelbook is just a standard steelbook, but it has a cool print. I hope you guys can see that print. It's shiny. And here it says Kingdom Hearts. This is an emblem, a logo. Yes. The side looks like this, just the name of it. And this is the back. And when you open it, this looks, yeah, looks good. I like the design. It continues just what you see here, you know, there. So, yeah, and it would be nice if you had just a manual here, you know, but yeah, what can I say? Manuals are out. But then you get the art book, and I always love art books. And this looks already cool. I mean, I must really admit I would like to draw like this also. But my abilities of drawing are really limited. Yes. So, and here's a message from the director, and I think this is just in the Japanese language. I think it's the same, like this. And then you get some information about the storyline of Zora's journey through the first Kingdom Hearts. I mean, Kingdom Hearts X back cover in Union, X cross, and that goes here through all the parts of the series till Kingdom Hearts 3. This is a nice overview, let's say like that. And then you have the characters. Zora, of course, Donald, Goofy, Kyra, Riku. And here, wait, it's important, just the standard poses of the characters. These are the battle poses. And then you have the keychain, of course. I think Donald looks really funny, yes. I mean, he is technically, I think he is the sorcerer. And Goofy is more the brawler, something like that, right? So, and then you have the characters from the organization 13, yes. These are images from the CGIs of the game. And here you see the influence of Final Fantasy character design, yes. And then here, this is from Toy Story, yeah. And then you have the characters from the toy box. Looks really cool, I like that. Check this out. The design is very square. Reminds me a little bit of Lego or something. Yes. And then the characters from Monstropolis. Yes, this is from Monster Inc. And Donald looks really funny with just one eye. And this is from the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes. Nice outfit of Zora. Donald also looks really like a pirate. Yeah, and check this out. Nice, huh? This I would like to have as a huge poster. Yeah. And this is Sully and Mike from Monster Inc. Yeah. And this is Woody and Buzz, Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. And then, of course, the aliens, the squeaky aliens. This is from character from Frozen. Yes, this is Hector Barbosa, I remember, from Pirates of the Caribbean, yes. And this is Jack Sparrow. And then the Williams, that is, I don't know his name in English, actually. But this is the sorceress from Snow White, I think. Yes. And here we have some concept arts of the bosses. I like always to see that. By the way, the quality of the paper is awesome. It's really awesome. Yes, and here even some more concept art from the Heartless. And this really reminds me of Pirates of the Caribbean. Yes, and here you have some cool concept arts of the Keyblades. And this sword reminds me of the design a little bit like the power sword of Masters of the Universe, if you know the series. This is a very girly design. It's crazy how innovative you can be, you know, as an artist. I admire, you know, this kind of creativity. Looks so cool, so awesome. And here we have some concept art from the weapons, yes, and even more. I think these are some emblems. Emblems, yes. And these are attractions, yes. And here the gummy ship enemies. So funny. Yeah, this is a nice art book. Yeah, no complaints about that. So the question is it worth the 20 euro? I mean, if you are into the series, you can do nothing wrong. I'm a little bit disappointed with the content, you know, I mean, technically, let's say this is just the stuff what you get with the deluxe edition, you know. There's no soundtrack. And Kingdom Hearts is a series with an awesome soundtrack, really. It's really amazing soundtrack, and this is just a must-have to have the soundtrack in the deluxe edition. I mean, the deluxe edition, you would expect this is the best version, the best edition of the game what you can get, you know. But no soundtrack at all. This is a real shame, I think. Yeah. Besides that, I can really recommend this game because, yeah, it's really awesome. I mean, you can there's nothing wrong about that. From Kingdom Hearts with a lot of magic and fantasy, we move to something more realistic, and that is 2 Point Campus. This is the successor of the 2 Point Hospital business simulation game from 2018. This series got produced by 2 Point and published by Sega. And if you guys know the series a little bit, then you know it's a serious business simulation, but with a nice humor, more or less. You know, when we talk about the environment and the protagonists and the machines and the content what you have. And with 2 Point Campus, they just continue this humor, if you like that. It's a little bit dry sometimes, but when you are a real nerd and when you start to play the game and you build your own campus, you know, you will start to recognize a lot of stuff from Harry Potter, from Star Wars, from other franchises. Of course, I don't mention it, but just because of the design, you know. So yeah, I was really interested because mostly business simulation games are really made for mouse and keyboard. And yeah, and I'm always interested how they convert this in on the console, especially with the controller, and they really succeed. And with the help of the tutorial, you learn more or less how you maneuver yourself, you know, the camera, and how you place everything inside your campus. Yeah, this game got released in August 2022, and it actually came out for an original price of 50, 60 euros, something like that. I checked the prices on eBay. This version, like it looks like now, with all the content, you get it for 10 euros. So that is really, really cheap, yeah. And this edition called Enrollment Edition, yeah. And what do you get? Soon we look at that. First, let's admire the design. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of the color scheme and everything of Harry Potter. I don't know why. But just like this. It's just an impression, I think. At least my impression. Yeah, but this is a paper box, you know, and this is solid. No complaints about that. The side looks like this. And this is the back, you know, you get some screenshots and some art design. And here they tell you, build your university your way, create a campus of your dream, shape the lives of your students, manage a deep, fun, evolving world, build your own university with new creative tools, oversee a range of wild and wonderful courses, and guide your students to flourish in success. Now get to the class. Yeah, and what do we get actually? We get a universal prospectus, a campus map, and a 2-point bonus DLC pack. And for that you get a code. Yeah, yes, and yeah, let's look at the content. Ah, come on, get out. Wait, let me look. Yes. By the way, it's purple from the inside. A nice touch. It's not just white. Purple. It really fits with the artistic design. And first we take just the normal game and look at that. You know, that is the front cover. This is the normal version, what you could buy just in the store. I don't know the price about that. I mean, just a standard version. Yeah, and here you have the 2-point bonus pack. It's just a DLC code, you know. It expires in 2027. Yeah, by the way. And here we have the Blu-ray. Besides that, there's no alternative background. No nothing in this case, unfortunately. A shame. Yeah. The back looks exactly like the paper box. No mystery about that. But what is nice is, I mean, we don't get a manual, but we get a prospectus. And this is more or less something like a manual. And they choose already the paper. No, I have to say different. The prospectus have this kind of flavor that it's an old book. And the paper quality really fits perfectly. You know, if you have this in your hand, it gives this impression that it's already old, you know, and precious, something like that. And when you open this, it looks like this. Welcome to the 2-point campus. And this is the Dean Pumpernickel leading you to a brighter future. Yes. And he has in here a small letter, of course. And here are some of the people what you can meet at the campus. Yes. And for example, the nerd, this is a robotic radical. Or Oli Border is a skating legend. Yes. And here you have some varieties what you can have. For example, you have, for example, with the gastronomy, you can build some pizza places where you can build pizza stuff and things like that. And there's a night school, a cheese ball stadium, a robotics lab, yes. And there's even a science lab and I think a magician lab also, yes. And here, world-leading classes. Oh. You can see already a little bit about the humor of the theory, if you're a fan of that. Yes. Join the great societies today. No, I'm never late to lectures. Power napping has given me the confidence to... And here is a commercial. The very unofficial sponsor of 2-Point Campus, Burp. Burp your way to success. Yeah. And here they explain the rules of cheese balls. Yes. And here's a guideline how you survive life on the campus. And if you want, you can place some notes on that. But I will not do that because I don't want to damage the prospectus. Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. I mean, it's not a traditional manual, but it has a nice touch, you know, with cheeky humor. And I like that. Yes. And then we have a map. And the map has actually the same paper quality like the prospectus. Yes. Oh, wait. No, this is no. Yeah, it's almost the same. This has more a rougher rougher feel. This is more slick, I think, yes. But it's nice. So I can open it like this, and I hope I can guys show you the full content of this poster. Yes. And here you can, later you can move in all these islands and stuff, and on these places. I mean, I hope you guys know what I mean. Yes, looks nice. And what is a real shame, when you turn it around, there's nothing. There's really nothing. It's a shame, a real shame, I think. It would be nice if they would give some kind of explanation of these places, you know, with an arrow point or something like that, and then they will tell you what is the name of this and stuff like that, you know. But it's nice. Yes. Campus map. So, do I recommend 2 Point Campus? Yeah, I mean, for 10 euro you can do nothing wrong, and then this enrollment edition is a nice thing with nice gadgets, let's say it like that. Nothing spectacular, but and if you like business simulations, I mean, it's not really too deep also, so it's not so dry, you know. So I was always amused, you know, when I was playing this game. So I got never bored, and it was never too complicated. So yeah, if you like this kind of games, you can do nothing wrong. And I was really surprised about the control scheme. After a short while, you get really used with the button combinations, and then it just how to say, then it just works perfectly, at least for me. Yes. Let's move away from the campus, and we jump now on an island with Spirit of the Islands, the Paradise Edition. This is an indie game what got released in August of 2022. And the original price for this version for the PlayStation 5 was around 30 euro. I think you paid the same on the digital market, something like that. Now it's very slippery, right? Because it was always, you always want to get out. Yeah, so I like Harvest Moon, and when I read the reviews about this game, it really reminds me of that. And when I saw it in the store for 10 euro, I thought, you know, this is a chance. I just grabbed that because I love the art design also. And Harvest Moon is always, I mean, it's a very, very relaxing kind of game, let's say it like that. And Spirit of the Islands moves in the same direction with a nice twist, what I want to show soon also. Yes. Like I said, the Paradise Edition is in the sealed it costs 30 euro. On the used market, it's already under 10 euros. So yeah, it's really, really cheap. And if you like games like Harvest Moon, then this is maybe a thing for you also. But now let's admire the front cover. And it's a paper sleeve, and it has a glossy touch, and it gives you already this holiday vibration, this holiday feel. I hope you guys know what I mean. And it's, yeah, and when you play the game, you really feel that, because the presentation gives you this kind of vibe, and the soundtrack also. When we turn it around, they tell you a little bit about what you can do with the game. And because this is the Paradise Edition, I mean, it's special edition, let's call it like that, you get some stickers, and you get a travel guide. And the travel guide is something like a manual. Yes. This game you cannot give already small child with an age of 6, because I mean there's actually no violence. I mean, yes, you can fight in this game. Actually, you can do even more. You can craft, you can cook, you can fish, you can explore, and you can farm. So yeah, it's a little bit more than Harvest Moon in some ways. Yeah. But let's look at the content what we have. And this is awesome also, because they have a different cover design, and I like that. It's not the same, so it's not lazy. Yes. The back looks like this, and here we have it even in English. Your journey to a tourist paradise. Your adventure begins on a distant island, deep in a tropical archipelago. Explore a vast tropical island, lend a hand to the locals to restore the tourist paradise with a plethora of activities as you try to uncover the mysteries of your past. Yeah. I must admit, I played it for a couple of hours. This is not a game what you play for the storyline. You play it for the gameplay mechanics because it has a nice loop. I mean, you can farm, you can go killing monsters just in the dungeons. You can explore, you can talk with the villagers. It has an RPG system. You can cook. There's so many things what you just can do in the game. And this game, and that is important, this game first got released on Steam, and there was an online multiplayer. You can play this with 2 people together. That is nice. And I was expecting that they have a local co-op for the PlayStation 5 version. And no, they don't have that. That is really, really a bummer, because this game really screams for a local co-op experience. No, it's a real shame. Yeah, this is the only bummer what I think there is with this game, you know. So, yeah. Let's look at the content. And unfortunately, we don't have an alternative cover. We just have the Blu-ray, you know, but it looks nice, has a nice print. Yes, and then we have the stickers, and they look like this. They're really, really cute. They have this Paper Mario feel too, I must admit. They look really like paper. Something like this. She's a very awesome character. You met her actually in the first village, what you discover, by the way. And then we have this tourist guide here. Discover your own paradise. Welcome, tourists. Yes. And here they, Tala the Elder, yeah, that was her name, right? And here they explain a little bit about the game, you know, and what you can do. So, for example, you can explore the fauna and the flora, you can farm, and then there are the villagers in the village in your area. So, and they give you some information. And mostly they just give you some kind of task, and when you accomplish them, then they like you. Yeah, things like this. And here there's 14 different islands what you can explore, and in the beginning you start here actually, and the village, I mean your farm is somewhere in the middle here of the map, and then the village actually of the villagers are here somewhere in the east. Yes, sorry, in the west, by the way. Yeah, and then of course you have a problem with pirates, by the way. Important also, you know, they are the villains more or less, but they don't look like that, you know, cute villains. Yes. And that's basically it, you know. It's not so much, unfortunately. What would be nice if you had a map, you know, of the 14 islands, that you know a little bit what is there, what is here, and stuff like that, you know. But yeah. But hey, I paid just €10, and for that, actually, this is really, really enough, let's say it like that. You can't expect something extraordinary or luxury. But if you like indie games with a Harvest Moon scenario, then this is a game what is always nice to have, if you ask me. So this game gets a thumbs up. It's almost the end of the video, but before I finish this up, I want to show one final game what has a very special place in my heart. I was waiting for more than 2 decades to play this finally, and that is Metal Wolf Chaos XD for the PlayStation 4. Yeah, this game is so awesome. I could talk for hours about that, the humor, the gameplay, and the history. Just to make it short, this game originally came out in 2004 on the original Xbox. It was an exclusive title, and it stayed in Japan for over 20 years. However, and that is quite funny, this game is about patriotism. And it's about the American president, the United States, blah, 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 blah. So everything was localized. You had the voice actors are English and the text is English. So, and From Software, the makers of that, by the way, they designed Dark Souls also. They never bothered to put this out in the West. So we, Western players, we had to wait for over 20 years to finally get hands on this game. The internet claims that it's the most patriotic, it's a difficult word, game in the world. Yeah, and And finally, in August 2019, with the help of Devolver Digital, we got a version of that, and that is Metal Wolf Chaos XD. This is a remastered version. So you have everything is a high resolution graphics, you know, they upgraded the graphics a little bit, the texture, stuff like that. Yeah, but I didn't want to have just a digital version. I wanted to have a retail version also, so I ordered it a couple of years ago. Yes, and I'm really so proud and happy to show this finally in the show. Yeah, and the storyline is so crazy. You are the 21's, no, wait, no, which? At least you are the president of the United States. And you get attacked by the ex-vice president, okay? So, and you step into a huge mech, and then you start to defend your country with a lot of funny humor and patriotic stuff. This is so crazy. This is so over the top. And the gameplay also, it's just a straight action title. You start on a huge map, you know, you fight all your enemies just to liberate the country, you know. And this is an experience. I made a Longplay about that, and I put a link in the description. Really, this is an experience what you must play for yourself to enjoy it. But bare bones, this is just an action title, and you must destroy all the enemies, you must retrieve some informations, and you can destroy your whole environment, you know, with huge variations of weapons. And your mech, of course, is not indestructible. You must, of course, you have a life bar, stuff like that, you know. The only flaw, only problem in the game is you don't have any kind of checkpoint. So that means when you die at the end of one mission and it's at the final boss, you must start the whole level from the beginning. That is the only downfall of this game, let's say it like that. Yeah. But I want to show the retail version, and it's a very special one, I must admit. And this has the most awesome manual ever made for a video game, by the way. Yeah, but when it got delivered, and this is quite funny, it got delivered just in this package with this envelope, and everything was together just with this. So there was no box, no nothing, no protection in any kind of way. And this is really lazy, because soon you will see they put a lot of effort into the retail version. And why not included everything in a steel box or something? Just why this plastic thing? This is so cheap, if you ask me. Yeah, so soon we look at the envelope, because this is from the President of the United States. Yeah, so this is the packaging of the PlayStation 4 version. And this is your Mac, by the way, and when you turn it around, it looks like that, you know. Unfortunately, there's no screenshots here, no explanation. It's a real shame, I think, you know, but yeah, it's just like it is. But when I open it, it looks like this. And here is the manual, and the manual is really extraordinary. Soon we look at that. But first, and this is so nice, we have an alternative cover. Yes, and you guys know I love that, beside a good manual. So let's look at the secondary cover, right? And that's it, like this. And that looks cool, I think. Yeah, and I think I just even keep it like that. Yeah, then of course you have the Blu-ray. By the way, the game is not so big at all. I think it's just, wait, 2 gigabytes. It's not so much. Yeah, and the first thing what you see here already is a sticker of the cover of the game, and that is your Mac. And you have all the weapons, what I soon show in the menu. You have everything here inside of this container. So awesome. Yes. So if you're really a gun freak, that is your game. Yeah. So, and now let's look at the manual. The manual has a glossy touch, you know, and it has the seal of the President of the United States. And here it says Metal Wolf Manual. Yeah, looks really awesome. Very luxury. And the paper is very thick, and it feels expensive. And I love that. And here now you have a glossy touch. This is the cover, original cover, I think, from Metal Wolf Chaos XD. It looks so cool. Totally over the top. Yeah. And here's table of content, and here's the storyline. And this is actually what I just tell you guys, you know, that the ex-vice president started to conquer the country, you know, and you as a president, actually, you must get your country back. And the first mission is actually in the White House, you know, because the military is against you. And then they started to attack the White House, and then you jump in your mech, and then you jump out of the White House. This is so funny moment. If you want to see that, go on YouTube and check just the intro. It's so cool. Yes. And here they tell you what is important before you start the game. Yeah. Here is the gameplay actually, that you must liberate America piece by piece. And then soon, I think, even we see where you are heading. Yes. So here's a nice artwork also, looks cool. And here are the control schemes. It's quite straightforward, you know. So nothing extraordinary in this case. And here, this is the moment when you leave the White House, actually. This is, I think, from the intro screenshot, I think. Yeah, and here are the weapons, and this is quite fascinating. You have a handgun for a mech, you know, shotgun, machine gun, assault rifle. Later, of course, you get a bazooka, missile launcher, grenade launcher, and quite funny, even a sniper rifle, you know. So yeah, and then you have a railgun, multi-missile launcher, and a flamethrower. Flamethrower is, of course, good for just random soldiers, but not for tanks or something like that. And basically in this game, you kill everything in front of you. Mostly are helicopters, later even battleships, and this is so crazy, yeah. And here is Michael Wilson. He is the 47th president of the United States and his mech. And this is Richard Hawkes, the ex-vice president, yeah. And Jodie Crawford is the secretary, and she always keeps you up to date, you know. And she even informs you about your appointments with your agenda, things like that. So the whole conversation of the game is just between them, you know, really, really funny. And then we have some artwork, and these are the stages. I think this is New York. Yeah, this is later in New York. Here first you have the White House, yes, and you have even a map, and this is nice. And then you move to San Francisco. Later you go to Beverly Hills and to the Grand Canyon. This was really very, very hard level, I must admit, because there the enemy can destroy all the bridges, and then you have no chance to jump over. Yes. And these are the bridges, what I mean. And later you go to Alcatraz Island, and then Phoenix. Oh yeah, this is a small city somewhere in the west. Yes, right. And then you go to Houston, Chicago, Miami, and there you must destroy a battle cruiser, you know. This is so crazy. Sorry, command cruiser, yes. And then you move, of course, because this is the most patriotic game ever made. You go to the Liberty Island, and then New York City, and then to Las Vegas also. Yes, this and later at the game, and I thought actually that Las Vegas was the last level. No, later you move even to a space station what is orbiting the Earth. So crazy, so funny, yeah. And here you can, if you want, you can put some notes, but of course I will not do that. Then menus, really, I mean, they put a lot of effort in it, and it has an awesome design. It's really high quality paper. I love that. I think this is one of the best manuals ever made, you know. It gives you all the information. They show you a lot of content, what you can expect in the game. And yeah, and even they show you awesome artworks. Nice, I like that. And now, let's look at the envelope of the president. Yes, and here is a seal, and this is stamped, you know. So this is so cool, you know. And here they tell you top secret. And let's open it. And then we have a special letter from the White House, from the president. Yes. And I don't want to read that now. You guys can stop that video and can read it yourself if you want. But what is really nice, best wishes, PS, bring your guns, robots, and explosions. Yes, that is awesome, you know. And the paper feels really like just a normal paper from a typewriter, something like that. Yes. Then we have a sticker of the president with his metal wolf. And of course, I don't want to use them now. And here is the ex-vice president with his metal wolf. And then a nice touch also, here you get a plastic print of the seal of the President of the United States. I think you can use this, you know, to put your cup of coffee on it if you want that. Yes, I like that. So awesome. Yeah, so my final conclusion for the retail version of Metal Wolf Chaos XD. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Really awesome. The only thing where I must complain is I would be nice if I had some kind of metal box, something like that, just to put everything in it, you know, because this is really flimsy. This is lazy, yeah. And all the content is nice. I love the menu, really awesome, awesome stuff. The game, this is the must-have, really, this is a must-have. You must really play this, you know. Even if you're not an action fan, you must play this just because of the humor and the patriotism, what you experience there, because everything is so over the top. Yeah, and I know I get really excited with this game, and yeah, and you guys can see I really love this game, and I played this for I think 2-3 times even, because it is still awesome. Yes. And that's it with this video. If you guys like my content, give me a thumbs up or subscribe. See you next time, guys, and don't forget to support your local video game store. Servus!